So
I hope that was in the shot.
we're all theater people here. Do you look at the people who are auditioning for the same parts as you as your opponents, or do you just look at everybody like, hey, we're all here trying out for a show and let's all just have some fun?
Opponent may be too strong a word, but perhaps
Adversary?
rival.
Rival?
I mean, you're both obviously on the side of the Angels, and you're trying to get your way to the one spot where you can actually do some good. And if you have to, slit a few throats along the way, so be it.
Oh!
But rivals.
I hope I never am going up for the same part as you.
What?
I guess it depends. It depends on how many female parts are in it. Because generally none, or not very many, or they all suck.
I'm sorry, you said female parts and none, and so I just.
So I did do Sound of Music, believe it or not.
Went off to another.
I did do Sound of Music.
That's a very different.
There are a lot of nuns in that show.
Yes, there are. You are either a nun or a Nazi.
I was a Nazi. She was a nun.
Yes, I've never been in Sound of Music, so I've never been a Nazi or a nun.
Unless you were a small, adorable child, it is not the most fun to perform.
I was a small, adorable child, but not in the Sound of Music. Just in real life. Many years ago.
I would pay money to see The Sound of Music with small, adorable children.
That's usually how it's done.
No, but
With
exclusively
completely-
small,
Oh.
adorable children.
Ah, yeah, but there's a 4-part a cappella harmony that's supposed to be done by the nuns.
It's kids. People don't. I mean, they get
Wait,
leeway.
are you the kind of person that shows up to children's recitals and claps because you think they actually did well?
I mean-
here we go. Here comes the child hate.
Oh,
I
snap.
don't hate children.
You just hate things they produce. You hate their art.
No, I don't hate their art. I just don't pay a bunch of money and hang it on my wall.
The money?
No. What?
The children's art.
The
The
children.
Or
our
the children.
Right.
Yes.
Or, no hanging children.
No, I don't hate
That's-
children. What?
You hate children,
That's illegal.
but you
I-
wouldn't kill them.
I
Right.
don't
No,
hate
certainly not by
children.
hanging.
She has a line, and she will not cross it.
Yes.
I babysit children,
Yes.
and they survive.
Not, if
For
this
the
goes
most-
anywhere, I don't think that's going to last much longer.
Yeah, this would not be the first time that the parent of the children I babysat has looked at me suspiciously.
We lose more jobs this way.
I don't look at the people that audition with me as opponents or adversaries at all, because I think the director has a vision in mind of what he or she wants, and if you fit that, then you're going to be cast, and if you don't, you won't. So there's nothing that really,
So why do we even audition?
yes, for appearances, really.
Well, I do know that there was, I don't know if you call it a study or just something that they said, in which it was revealed by some casting director that only 7% of a person's talent is actually accounted for when they make their decisions for who's going to be in what.
I saw that.
I really hope there's an actual rubric where they score people by talent and then multiply by 0.07.
So it's just a
Add it
big,
up.
it's just a big whiteboard, and they've got all the marks on there.
Oh, okay, I think I get the confusion. I've exclusively done community theater, where if you get, and you're assuming that everywhere else has a pretty strong level of talent.
So you're saying community theater does not have a strong level of talent?
No, what I'm saying
that's
is
what-
that
no,
they are getting
especially the
exactly what
kids.
they pay for.
Oh, I see. So they get what they pay for, which means that they pay for nothing, which means that their talent level is terrible, is what you're saying.
I'm saying then they get me.
Oh my goodness. So you're saying that you are terrible, is what you're saying.
Yes. Yes, that is what I tell myself every morning when I look in the mirror.
I thought we established that with her attention towards children.
Yes. Well, she's terrible and terrible actress now.
Right.
No, we're stacking.
Now, for clarity, you said you didn't want to be a racist on these things, but now you're just terrible.
Maybe you're really good at being a racist.
No, in her defense, she hasn't said anything racist in nearly half an hour.
So she's terrible at that too.
Thanks. I don't tend to. I'm just thankful for any parts that I can get, so I don't
Right.
really consider myself at odds with anybody else that might be going up for the parts.
Right. I just love being in shows.
Yes.
And if I can get cast in a show, then I'm pretty happy about that.
That's true.
I like making an idiot of myself in front of people.
Yes.
Clearly.
Yeah, the last show I was in, I had a full dress and wig and women's clothing. I had stockings and high heels, and
It was pretty fabulous.
my boss was in the audience.
Oh.
Yeah, so I don't mind. I don't mind doing slightly unusual things for the theater
Indeed.
at all.
So you're saying that's unusual?
It is. It's unusual for me.
Okay.
It's not my general wardrobe.
What play was this?
Little Shop of Horrors.
Oh. Well, that makes sense.
Yes.
Horrors. Horrors.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Not the porn version.
Oh.
That's different.
Oh.
Yes.
I'm
There's.
sorry. I thought I heard different things.
So what's the weirdest thing or the most unusual thing you've ever done on stage for a part?
Wait, is it before or after you get cast?
Yeah. For a part is
Is this
pretty
for the
ambiguous.
Or as a part of the part?
Yeah.
Let's assume that it's the on-stage portion,
Okay.
because that's for the after-hours version of our show.
I had to seduce a handyman,
Mm-hmm.
and it was supposed to be comedic. So what I did is I pretended to do kind of a striptease, and everybody laughed.
I actually saw that. I saw you do that on stage.
Yes. Well, the story is, I didn't know how to make a striptease funny. So what I did was just kind of like regular striptease, and everybody thought it was hilarious. So my career as a stripper is not looking very good.
I was a dead guy in a wheelchair. Now,
Yes.
mind you, I was the title role. It was called Lucky Stiff.
Mm-hmm.
So I was on stage 100% of the time dead. In a wheelchair. It was Wicked at Bernie's, the musical.
Easiest
It was
part
great.
ever.
Well, keep in mind, this was during cold and flu season, so I had to try real hard not to sneeze.
Oh.
Mhm.
Why weren't you just a mannequin?
Don't take this away from me.
Mannequins are expensive.
That's true.
I don't know. I've never tried to buy one.
And most of the mannequins I run into do have some range, so...
They have other parts that
Yeah.
they got.
They have mannequins have limited acting talent. The weirdest thing I've ever done was probably take my pants off on stage.
Mhm.
I had to do it for, well, had to, kind of strong. I wanted to do it, but I was doing Rocky Horror at the time, so it was okay.
Mm-hmm.
I was the narrator, and I was behind a desk for the whole show, so, nobody sees if I'm wearing pants or not. So I just took them off. It worked.
Was that ever revealed to the crowd that you were not wearing pants?
When I did time warp.
Okay.
But it all works out.
I thought,
Works out.
wouldn't that be strange if you just had your pants off and nobody ever knew, and that was just a weird thing you did?
It's my actor's secret.
Under my clothes, I'm naked.
I thought that was true about you.
Are we supposed to be naked? I'm sorry.
Turn it off!
It's a different show.